Good morning, student. Today I brought a new concept, balancing of chemical equation. Actually, this is not a concept, it is a skill. You have to know about this skill and you have to use this skill as a tool to balancing a chemical equation. Before beginning this concept, you have to revise your previous concept once with me. Remember the concept of previous video. There I taught you what? First, how to write a chemical equation for any given chemical reactions. Remember, three methods I taught you. First, in the form of sentence. Second, in the form of word equation. And third, in the form of chemical equation, where we are using chemical compound formula, symbol of elements, and symbol of plus sign and one arrow sign. Now, after that I taught you in that concept, what do you mean by balanced and unbalanced in terms of chemical equation? The next third points I discussed why we should write a balanced chemical equation. So this concept is started from here. So look here carefully, pay attention properly. Balancing a chemical equation, it is just a skill. So why we should know and why we should write a chemical equation? Because as you know that according to law of mass conservation, total mass of reactant must be total mass of product. Every chemical equation must have to follow the law of chemical combination. The first law of mass conservation. Second point, how will you achieve the total mass of reactants is equal to total mass of product? Since as you know that every chemical reaction contains the reactants and the products. In the reactants, there are atoms of a particular reacting substance and obtained products. And you know very well atoms is responsible for the mass, means the mass of atoms present in a given any chemical formula, that will be the mass of particular compounds or particular any reacting substance. So the connection is here, total mass of reactants is equal to total mass of products. How will you make? For that, we are doing one thing. This is a simple calculation, making the number of atoms equal in both sides. Making the atoms of a particular element equal in both sides. I have written here how will you make any chemical equation. Total mass of reactant is equal to total mass of product. So when the total number of atoms of respective element in reactant will equal to the total number of atoms of all respective element in products, then it will be automatically become the mass of reactants and total mass of products. Method, hit and try, requisite skill, able to count atom given formula. This is general things everybody knows. but someone got confused while they are going to count. So just learn PV. How many PV? No, only one atom. Bracket, within the bracket the atoms of a particular element present, that will be multiplied by 2 only. Lead is inside the bracket or outside? Inside or outside? Outside. So lead will, this number will not multiply by lead. The number of atoms in lead, in this one, right here. Now, how many number of nitrogen? So 2 here, 2 multiplied by 1. So 2, 1, here is also 1, here is also 1. Are you getting? So 2 multiplied by 1 nitrogen. So 2 into 1, nitrogen atom, 2. Oxygen, here 1. So 2 into 3 into 1. So 2 3 is 6. 6 1 is 6. Oxygen will be 6. Now another potassium. How many? 1. Iodine 1. Now estimate the atoms present towards the product side. This is reactant and this is product. As you know very well, before the arrow, the elements, the compounds written before arrow, that is reactant, and after arrow means towards the tail side, that is tail point, head pointing product. So this will be the, so let us count. PV, how many? PV, lead. So lead 2, it will also not multiply because this 2 is related to only iodine. If this is like that in bracket, then B will write 2 lead, or we will count 2 lead. Here we will count only 1 lead. So lead will be 1. Written iodine is here. For iodine write 2. Now potassium here. Potassium 1, nitrogen 1, oxygen 3. Here the problem with some element, some atoms. Atoms of oxygen. Look here, atom of oxygen is not balanced. Atom of potassium is balanced. Atom of iodine not balanced. Atom of nitrogen not balanced. Lead atoms is no problem. It is equal with potassium, no problem. It is equal. The first point, while you are going to balance any chemical equation by using heat and trial method, then that times you remember one point. If the oxygen and hydrogen atoms involved in that reactions, so first reserve that. We should not balance the oxygen and hydrogen atoms in the chemical reactions while we are going to balance heat, and by using the method heat and trial, we will balance oxygen and hydrogen atoms at last. First we should balance the other elements. So let us try. How will you then write it? Just a number. Suppose nitrogen 2 here, to make a nitrogen 2 this side also. So for making a nitrogen 2, we need to write here 2. Now nitrogen became 2, right? Oxygen became 6. Wow, oxygen became 6. It is balanced. Then potassium 1 1. Now with potassium problem created, became 2 potassium. Previously it was 1. This is unbalanced. This is unbalanced. And column for balance, and this column for balance. Now next, look, the problem along with potassium generated. Now problem generated with potassium. Potassium left hand side, LHS left hand side, RHS right hand side. Potassium here, only one here 2. To write here potassium 2. Right. Now potassium problem solved. Check iodine. Iodine problem solved. So problem next with lead problem solved. Now again count it. Just check it. Lead here 1, lead here 1. Nitrogen, 2 nitrogen, 2 nitrogen, 2 nitrogen. Oxygen, 3 2 ja 6. Oxygen 6. Oxygen 3 2 ja 6. Now 2 potassium, 2 potassium, 2 iodine, 2 iodine, 2 potassium, 2 potassium, 2 iodine, 2 iodine. So this is the method. We are just through hit and trial method. You are familiar with the meaning of hit and trial. Only you should know that able to count. You can easily count the atoms in a given formula, and you can match right towards the reactant side and then product side, and then make it balance. Are you getting my point? Now I am going to explain another method. This is first method based on hit and trial method. Another method, that is mathematical method. Through the mathematical calculation you can find it. So for that I will suppose the condition, the number of atoms toward the reactant side should be equal to the product side. For that, you first step do the work A, then B, C, D. Right. Just right. Next work. Now write here Pb. Write here nitrogen, then write oxygen, then write potassium, then write iodine. All the element. Now look here, how many number of lead here? This side. Number of lead, how many? A number lead. A. It must be equal to the lead present towards the product side. Means this number, the number of atoms of lead towards the reactant side, it must be equal to the number of lead towards the product side. So reactant is equal to product, the number of atoms of lead. A here C. How many number of atoms? C. A and C always will be equal. Always. If the chemical equation is balanced. Now, look the nitrogen count. How many nitrogen? A, 2 nitrogen, 2 into A. 2A. It should be equal to the nitrogen atoms this side. Here D number of nitrogen atom to D nitrogen atom. Now come to the oxygen calculation. 3 to the 6 to the A, 6A is equal to oxygen D, 3D, 3 into D, 3D, 3D. Next, look potassium. How many number of potassium? B. It must be equal to D. iodine B must be equal to C. Sorry, 2C. 2C na? Alright. So, if you will calculate the value of A, value of C will get, then number, you will get the number by calculating these, and you know that how to solve this type of problem. Here, just you let me A, B, C, D. Just you let, suppose the value of A is equal to 1. Anything you can suppose 1, 2, 3, 4 with any variables. Instead of A you can take C, instead of C or A you can take D, anyone you can. You suppose. You have to suppose it. Take an A is equal to A. So 1 is equal to 1. C is equal to 1. C value 1. Right? This is a very good method. Very good. Now 2A. So 2 into 1 is equal to D. D is equal to 2. Right? Very good. Now 6 into 1 is equal to, sorry, 3D. D we calculated. We already calculated. No need to calculate. Now B, the value of B what? So D is equal to 2. Then B is equal to 2 because D is equal to 2. B is equal to 2. Now we got the value of ABCD. Got or not? Got. A 1. Generally we are not writing 1. Instead of B 2. 2. Instead of C 1. Generally we are not writing 1. Instead of D 2. Now you can match, calculate, lead PB1, nitrogen 2, oxygen 2 3 are 6, oxygen 2 3 are 6, potassium 2, iodine 2, sorry, iodine. So this is another method. I hope you learned something special. Out of two methods, you can try and mathematical, based on the mathematical calculation, nothing else. So out of these two methods, you can apply any one. In which method you are comfortable, you can use, do practice and learn it. In next concept, we will discuss how to make a chemical equation more informative. This total concept is based on the 3 points. The first is that how to convert or write a chemical equation for chemical process. Second, how to make a chemical equation. And third, how to make a chemical equation more informative. So this third part we will discuss in the next class or next video, whatever. Now the sum problem exercise question I upload in the e-content. So the whatever PDF you are getting in e-content format, you have to read it carefully. All those things I will explain there also. And the problem question, whatever I am giving to you, you just try to solve it. If you are not understanding once, you just pause the video, recap it, and just watch it and try to solve the problems. And do study. All the best.